Hey everybody, welcome to AJ's News. This is the first of 2 videos we got for you today.
Yep.
But first, a word from our sponsors, which is Extra Wallets.
Extra.
They've been with us a long time. They make incredible products. It's not just our wallet, which is amazing. You should check it out. It's got the little bottle opener. But they've got a bunch of great leather wallets because some people don't want they want old and I wouldn't say bust. They want old school wallets. They want they still have those. So check it out. Summer sale's going on right now, up to 25% off.
Great
so
deals. You'll find something.
Yeah, click those links down below. As you can see,
we got Little Joe.
Yeah, he's Angry Joe. So OJ was gone this weekend. He had a fun trip we'll talk about.
Yes.
Angry Joe's on an even more fun trip. There's going to be some videos and stuff. We'll tell you all about it. He's checking out a game. He's also going to be doing some sightseeing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be OJ and I holding down the fort this week. So make sure you come check out. We're going to do some misadventures. Lots of silly stuff. I got some
as usual
puzzle games for OJ.
I don't want to do puzzles.
Yeah.
My brain hurts already.
Yeah, so all sorts of really fun stuff this week. But first, the news. Let's actually lead off with your trip. Let's talk a little about ComicCon. What was your experience?
It was a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people over there. I wanted to go see the crazy announcements, but there's no way I was getting into those rooms.
You had to get a tent and camp out 4 days
Yes.
beforehand. Yeah,
it's impossible, but a lot of great news. Interesting, though.
Interesting stuff. We're going to talk about some of it.
I did not expect it.
Yeah. Comic-Con went on. We got a lot of reveals for, gaming adjacent stuff, some gaming stuff.
Yeah.
And some of the real big ones. But let's talk about some of the video games one first. Looks like there was leaks of Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver remasters.
Soul Reaver.
And so this is a pair of statues depicting Soul Reaver protagonist. And with his nemesis Kain were shown off at the booth. Someone's like, well, maybe you're not supposed to show off some of this stuff, but it looks like we're getting it's confirmation. It's not exactly a big secret. We've been talking about it for a long time. So that's
There's
pretty
a name
exciting.
I haven't heard in a while, though. Soul Reaver.
Soul Reaver,
Man.
Yeah. Long time ago. Mortal Kombat 1 is getting animalities, which they're called animalities, you sickos, because some of you keep calling it the other thing.
Joe called it differently.
He keeps calling it the wrong thing. That's not what it is, because if you look at Mortal Kombat, the other one, you're going to find some...
You find some interesting things, to say the least.
Yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. But they're getting animalities, the T-1000, Conan... it says Conan. It could be O'Brien. I imagine it's the Barbarian. Although
I honestly wish it was Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah,
He's
so
amazing.
I was reading the headline. I was like, I know my brain is doing the wrong thing, but just imagine him ripping Scorpion in half would be something I desperately want to see because I do love. Did you happen to watch his HBO special?
Yes.
So good. It's so
fucking
good.
hilarious. I love his.
We love you, Conan.
Conan. The YouTube channel, too.
Yeah, so and Ghostface from Scream's coming, so lots of updates there.
That's the one I was thinking about, Ghostface.
Yeah, but the big news is Marvel is bringing back Robert Downey Jr.
I did not expect this.
Doom.
But when I think of him, obviously, it's going to be like Iron Man, like Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Now he's going to be he's a baddie now?
So people have been trying to justify it by saying there's
a variant or
there's
something.
variants and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm tired of multiverse stuff.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I'm sorry. But Robert Downey Jr. is a small man. And when I think Victor Von Doom, I don't think a man wearing boots with lifts on top of lifts on top of lifts. There are so many better people that could have done it, and I get that people love Robert Downey Jr. I'm
Tom
one
Holland.
of them. Yeah, Tom Holland as Doom would have been just as good, right?
He's a great actor, yes, but
both of them are great.
Physically, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yes,
the voice. I need the voice, right? And so if they use modulators, I can totally see myself buying it eventually. Just initially, if you're wanting a first reaction, I'm not sold on it. I wanted Mads Mikkelsen. Someone said Javier Bardem would have been interesting. I don't know about that one. Mark Strong, I like. The voice-wise works really well. Someone said Adam Driver, and I didn't originally think about it. Wasn't on my radar, but I could see that. I actually like that.
I don't hate it.
Big dude. We know he's got a massive torso.
Yes.
And the voice works out, and the dude can act. So I don't know how I feel about it, but you familiar with Doom as the character, Dr. Doom?
Vaguely. Only is it 2 movies or 3 movies? Did we not count the first Fantastic Four?
I've never seen any of them.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, they look terrible. Why would you watch them? I mean, if
Well,
it wasn't for work.
It
but,
was back in the day,
Yeah, yeah.
all right? It was slim pickings for superhero movies.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some really cool stuff in the comics. I like the character a lot. I'm not a mega fan or anything. It's not going to hurt my feelings if they do something weird. But like, I've always like recognized him as a really amazing and nuanced bad guy, or in his mind, good guy. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, but I guess we'll just have to see.
We'll check it out. But, don't hate it. Don't hate it. But it's still weird going from a goodie to a baddie.
Does it feel desperate to you? Like Marvel is just like, holy shit, our universe is in trouble. Our TV shows are failing. We need to bring back the old guard because if we don't, like, we're going to make all of...
Even Deadpool said that in a rough spot.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it?
I did. I enjoyed it.
You just enjoyed it?
I liked it.
Do you have a number in mind, or
not yet?
Just up there. It's
up there. It's up there.
That's good. I agree with that. We got some bad news this week. Humble Games sent out letters to all of their employees saying, you're all fired. And so this is like the Humble Bundle people, like they're a publishing company. And then the Humble Games came out and like, oh, no, we are not, we're not doing it. So it's like we're restructuring. We're not shutting down, and upcoming releases are not affected and all these other things. But then employees are like, no, every single person that worked for this company are now fired. They're gone. So it's unfortunate. We're going to see how it, like they said that it's not shutting down and the brand is still going to be there. It may just be someone else is buying it. They're buying the name. But unfortunately, all the employees are going away. And this is just due to,
how many layoffs did it say roughly?
I think it was 36 people were laid off. And so, so an anonymous staff member impacted by the layoffs told GamesIndustry.biz the statement is patently incorrect, emphasizing that all Humble Game staff were laid off this week. And so it's unfortunate, but it's kind of the way things are going. I mean, we're not getting like all games kind of releases kind of do okay. Some are massive successes. Some kind of miss the mark. So it doesn't always work out.
That's unfortunate.
All right. And then we got some Randy Pitchford. This guy we haven't talked about in a long time.
Oh, God. What do you say now?
You're a fan of Magic. He's a fan of Magic. You guys should,
do a little collab Magic.
Yeah. Just don't look at any pictures on his phone or whatever that is. He says he hasn't done a good enough job of hiding the studio's next project. Pretty much immediately confirms that it's a Borderlands project. I think the people that love Borderlands are going to be very excited. Are you excited?
I totally forgot until like the ComicCon thing because there was a pop-up bar for Moxie's. It was a cool little spot. We went to it.
Was there a 90-year-old woman dressed up as Moxie?
There was not. But they were promoting the movie that's coming out next week. I'm like, holy shit, I totally forgot about the movie.
Yeah, I imagine the people in the movie wish they could forget about the movie because there's been some interesting things about
I'm not excited for the movie. They kept playing the trailer, obviously, in the background. It's like trying to get everyone hyped. But I totally forgot. I was like, holy shit, it's next week. And we're going to watch it, of course. But, I'm not excited for it.
Yeah, the game, I really like the early Borderlands. The last one, I think the villains kind of, they were annoying.
The twins?
I don't like being annoyed by, like, main parts of the game. There's some really interesting stuff in there, but also looter shooters is something that, like, how excited can I possibly get? Because it's just one of so many looter shooters now. But that's the next project. It's coming, so you better be excited because we're probably going to have to play it, and we'll have to probably buy
Well, hopefully it's a good bad guy.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Because I want to kill you because you're evil, not because you're annoying me and I want to destroy you.
Yeah. I want you to stop having voice lines.
Stop fucking talking.
Yeah. So that's what's coming next for them. Also, good news if you have been waiting for the official release of 7 Days to Die. It was in early access for 3,878 days.
That game is actually a lot of fun. I've been playing with Titan a lot. I like it. Have you tried it? No, not even.
No, I haven't. But now that it's out, maybe it's time to
bring the band back together.
Play it this weekend.
I died a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were like fucking zombie dire wolves and shit.
Yeah. Well, how do you like the crafting system? You've never been much for a crafting.
Okay, well, when I say I played with Titan, Titan gave me some cool stuff, and I ran around and killed zombies. and try to barricade a home.
And lose all of his stuff.
He was fine with it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. We definitely need to check it out.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's been in early access since December of 2013. 11 years, 7 months, 13 days. Which is a long time in early access. But if it's been, able to be run and people are enjoying it now, I mean, the fact that it's just an official release now, I guess is a good thing.
Yeah, then you could craft some cool stuff for us. Because I'm not very good at
Yeah, I mean, that's normally how it goes. He makes me build the base and then farm
the base
all of
is so
the
hard to build,
all
especially
of the
like
items.
the walls
He's
going
like, make
too
me some
high.
armor and make me a weapon. And then he goes outside and he falls in a hole and he dies. And he's like, oh, the armor and the weapon are down in the hole. We can't get it. You need to make me new armor and weapons. So
The hole shouldn't have been there. Who put that hole there? It's a stupid idea.
yeah. I mean,
God.
in the big story this week is AI, and it's something we're going to be talking about constantly.
A lot.
This week there is a SAG AFTRA strike going on, and this is down to the game industry insistent on using AI. It's a wonderful tool. AI is a tool, right? You can use it for good.
Yes.
You can use it for evil. What do we think that most likely the gaming companies are going to do?
Cheaper.
They're going to do anything they possibly can to cut as many people out of the
Yes.
development of things. They're going to use it to
Art and be like, here's
Yeah.
$100. Let me use your voice likeness.
forever. So if you don't know, Al Michaels, who's been a sports commentator for I don't know how many decades, for a long time, he just sold his voice. And so they took every one of his voice recordings that he's ever done, and they put it into the AI system. And for some amount of money, they're going to use the voice of Al Michaels to do all the Olympics. So people who stream the Olympics, like highlights on Peacock, it's AI Al Michaels reading it to you. But that means that forever now, anyone who wanted to get into this kind of voice work, they'll just like, no, we're just going to use the voice of Al Michaels.
Or something like this.
Forever.
Yeah.
And so that's what people are worried about. It's like, look, artists are what make some of these art things special, and we're not talking about all things. But when you start saying there will be no low-level artists because we're just going to use AI for things, people are worried it's going to take kind of the heart and soul out of the art. And so that's kind of what they're striking about, is like they don't want people to be entirely replaced by generative AI.
Yeah, I don't want that either, because right now there was a game that we tried. It was just like super AI script, and the reading, it sounded so fucking hollow, and there's nothing behind it.
There's no
sucks.
Yeah, there's no emotion to it. And so this is a big thing. The CWA is also, which is another. This includes workers at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, Sega, and ZeniMax. They're the Communications Workers of America. Just rallying behind them. Everyone's trying to get together, saying this is probably a bad thing.
Yes.
It's been used in board games for years. Magic the Gathering artists have been using fake AI images for a very long time. They weren't even telling the people that they were making AI images, and the images themselves were just stealing art from other people. And of course, there'd be an added pinky because AI can't figure any of that stuff out. But as AI is kind of, I wouldn't say it's in its infancy, but
it's evolving.
But it's evolving, and it's getting. This is now the time to kind of regulate the AI and regulate the industries to see where we want to be as human beings. It's like, do we want the computers to make all of our art for us?
But we don't.
Not?
But the gaming industry obviously has so much money. They have the power to be like, no, this is what we're going to do. It's going to benefit us, not obviously the people.
Yeah. Now, the problem with this strike is that a games in development prior to September of 2023, most games, are exempt from the strike. And so that includes stuff like Grand Theft Auto 6 and all these other ones that have been in development for a long period of time based on an agreement they signed in the past. I mentioned to some people that this is the strike that I'm terrified that I don't think is going to go the way that we want. Like, I want it to go pro-union. I want it to make sure that the voice actors are the people doing it. The problem is, without the ability for them to strike in the majority of games in development, these really, really big games, I don't know if we're going to get there. And I'm worried that they're going to do. I mean, there's talks on the internet. Like, a guy took all of Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, took all that amazing voice actor's voice lines and all of Shadowheart's voice lines, and they've made AI Astarion and AI Shadowheart. And all I have to do is like slightly tweak it. It's like, oh, I didn't steal your voice. I've tweaked it enough where it's it's fair use. But
That's what I was worried about.
That dude
too.
can't get work anymore, or is not going to get as much work because it's like, oh no, why would I pay you any amount of money when I can just have AI you?
Yeah, I can get this for $5. It's like, oh fuck.
It also comes in the development side. So Activision, so a report alleges that Activision already has AI-generated cosmetics in Call of Duty, with artists reportedly forced to use AI to aid in their work, and just making people. There's like, look,
so they're gonna pump out more these cosmetic skins, super easy for them to make and then mark it up.
Yeah, I mean, remember Valorant charges.
Premium.
They're premium things, and so they charge $200 for their skin packs because they're premium. But if Riot goes the way that Riot always does, and they start to, Riot gutted all their art department, like I think it was like 10 years ago.
Premium, unique.
Yeah, and so now they're just going to do AI stuff. So this is important, and so if you care about this kind of thing, there's not a lot of ways that you can potentially support them. I guess if you're a Twitter person, you could tweet out at these people. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, I think supporting real artists that are making real art and they're not just typing prompts into something that's stealing and averaging everyone else's art, I don't know. That's kind of the way that I want to go. I want AI to replace the crappy jobs that humans don't want to do, and I don't want.
Yeah, dishes, laundry, that kind of stuff. Not writing and acting.
And the good stuff.
Or the Acolyte script. That's AI.
Yeah, so
that's AI.
In the future,
you can't tell me otherwise.
That just AI just didn't know. It went back and forth, motivations went back and forth, or like the story for the first Ascendant, where it's like there's no way a human being wrote this. Like there's no way, but it could be because there are people that are.
They love it. 10 out of 10.
Bad writers. All right.
Well, shit. I don't know.
All right. Well,
it's getting scary.
And it's unfortunate to end on this kind of bleak note, but it is important stuff. If you want to support these people, there's all sorts of ways. I imagine you can contact them and see what ways you can support them.
Yeah.
But video games is an art form that I absolutely love, and it is a shame that companies are constantly cutting out the entry-level artists, and then they cut out the higher-level artists, and they're cutting out voice artists. And the problem is you don't get to the top. People talk about these art will always be the same. The most famous artists will always be there. But it's hard to get there if you don't have a place to pay your rent and get your bills. And it's like less people are going to go to art school. Less people are going to do all these things that they're passionate about. So I don't know.
No.
I don't know what to do. But
sad ending. Whip.
Well, there's good news in the next news video, so make sure you check that one out. Also, check out Extra. The summer sale's going on right now. I know you're sitting on an old busted wallet. I know you are.
It's time for an upgrade.
It is definitely time for an upgrade, and Extra is such a great company. They just have like an incredible. You can return it if there's anything ever happens to go wrong. 12-month warranty, great customer service. So check them out, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show.